All right, guys, we are back, and this is part 2 of that Karrablast Shelmet Community Day. Of course, Shelmet, you evolve and get ESCAVALIER. We went ahead and did that in the previous episode. This one, guys, ESCAV, shiny ESCAV built and ready for the Great League. Here we go, Razor Shell on the left and Drill Run on the right. We draw right into a Dunsparce, and this is perfect, guys. So we get the non-stab counters as the fast attack. So actually a favorable matchup for us. We are going to deploy a shield against that Rock Slide. Steel bug typing is the ESCAV, so we are super duper weak to the fire. And we're gonna go ahead and tank that Drill Run. So we're down a shield. We're gonna go ahead. Opponent gonna have shield advantage. We'll take switch advantage. It's all good. We're gonna throw that Drill Run, guys. Proper shield from the opponent with the Aswean Arcanine. And now, guys, we bring out the Mud Slap, the Shadow Mud Slap from Donphan. Incredible. Now they've got the Clef. Of course, Clefable, super popular now in the meta with that Fairy Wind. And then they've got the Swift, Meteor Mash or Moonblast, as an alternate charge move. But we're going to go ahead, bring out the Shadow AWAC, guys. We could essentially tank whatever they want to throw. Psychic actually has a good amount of damage, guys. We're gonna just commit to that farm down. GG's to the opponent. Get the dub right there. And we move right on to the next battle. ESCAV going into a Politoed. So the Razor Shell, is gonna have some spamminess here. Of course, Weather Ball gonna be spamming out by the Politoed, but we also get a potential debuff, on the defenses of the opponent. So we're going to deploy a shield right there. We're farming up. We've got almost back-to-back Razor Shells. Let's see, that one lands. It chips, barely does anything to the solo water typing of Politoed. But now we throw the Drill Run, boom, getting the KO there. So once again, look at that. The non-stab counters from ESCAV going to do a lot of damage to Scrafty. And we grab a shield. And look at that, the debuff from the Razor Shell. This is an excellent lead so far. Now we bring out the Donphan, the Shadow Donphan, one of my favorite Pokemon. Love that animation as well with those rolls. And we're gonna go ahead, tank the foul play. Super squishy is the Donphan, of course. Glass Cannon. They've got the Beedrill. Beedrill gonna go ahead and deploy their final shield. And guys, at this point, that is all she wrote. This is a done deal. Shadow AWAC is gonna go ahead, take the Aerial Ace. And the opponent throws in the towel. They see the writing on the wall. Good games to the opponent. GG's. We move on to the next battle. Guys, I gotta say, I love the color combo of the shiny ESCAV. Super cool. Almost like a magenta helmet up top. Yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and blast this Razor Shell on the Primate. Rage Fist is what they got. So, I don't want them to ramp up their attacks. I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Shadow Donphan. It was an Ice Punch, proper shield on our end, and just commit to that Mud Slap farm down. The opponent bring out the Seismitoad, one of the Mud Boys. We're going to throw the Body Slam. That grabs the final shield for the opponent. And this is a Muddy Water Seismitoad. Muddy Water, super annoying, frustrating move to deal with. It is super spammy. And it's going to go ahead and almost sweep up here a little bit. So it's all on Shadow AWAC shoulders. And look at this, guys. I'm not really trying to flex, but I'm like, I know I could tank the Muddy Water. I'm also thinking about their Earth Power. But at this point, guys, we're getting that dub. Bone Club, banging on them. And look at that, guys. Hail Mary. We were so low. We had a shield left in like the red zone. Handful of HP. We get the dub against Magneton. OG from the Kanto region. GG's to the opponent. Now that takes us to, I want to say, is it battle number 4? Now here we go. We got an Azu. We're going to go and swap in. So I change up the team composition for this, guys. I want to kind of utilize some Pokemon you don't commonly see in the Great League. So here we got Ursaluna. We shield. They've got a Morpeko. We've got Trailblaze. We're going to go ahead and launch that. That will grab a shield. We're ramping up our attacks. I believe our fast attack is Tackle, normal typing. And we're going to go ahead, get in hangry mode. We're going to continue. We're going to blast another Trailblaze. That one grabs the final shield. So look at that. Ursaluna putting in some work. We can let Ursaluna go. That's a great girl. Psychic Fang's going to get the KO. And now we're going to go ahead and bring out ESCAV with those counters. We clear the dark and electric typing of Morpeko. Throw in the Razor Shell. Let's see, this is gonna chip. We're trying to get the debuff. We got the debuff. They're in the yellow zone. We're going to tank whatever they throw. It is an Ice Beam. Guys, at this point, we're launching another Razor Shell. This is not really bad manners. A little bit of strategy here. And we've got our Shadow Gengar. They've got the Alolan Sandslash. Is that a Shadow? Focus Blast. Gonna let it just bang. And at this point, that is a good game. GG's to the opponent. Love the Shadow Gengar. Glass Cannon right there. Also could be a liability. Here we go, guys. Another favorable matchup. Oh, look at this. I think at one point I thought in my head, I was like, man, maybe I could sweep. But these non-stab counters, oh, and they've got a Muddy Water. Speaking of Muddy Water, guys, from that Seismitoad. Now we got the G-Fisk running at Muddy Water. And we're going to go ahead and pivot from ESCAV to the Excadrill. And we're going to go ahead, Mud Slap City on them. And they've got a Claw. These Mud Slaps are going to do and dole out pretty good damage. Drill Run gets shielded, of course. At this point, guys, we get another one. And this one, let's see, is this one going to KO? Nope. We grab the final shield. It is all good. We've got ESCAV in there. Look at this. With a Razor Shell already locked and loaded. That's going to blast, get them into the red zone. We're going to deploy shield. It's a Water Pulse Clyde. You got to be kidding me, guys. Now we bring out the Swellow and Water Pulse again. Potential Stone Edge. They've got the Umbreon right back in a picture. We're going to go ahead and tank the foul play on like 1 or 2 HP, guys. Brave Bird. Gotta let it just bang. Super bulky is the Umbreon, so a couple more counters. Dang it. And we couldn't on like 1 HP, guys. We're going to have to tank the foul play. This is going to be a close one, but we're super duper close to that Razor Shell. We should be getting the dub on them and banging on them. That is a good game. GG's to the opponent. Super close battle. Down to the wire a little bit. And we move on to the next ESCAV against Clodsire in the lead. So this is what we want to see. We've got Razor Shell once again, going to be a little bit more spammy, going to reach that prior, or we're going to reach it before we reach the Drill Run. So I'm going to ramp up my attacks right here, guys. Generate all kinds of energy. Razor Shell is going to go and chip a little bit, get the debuff. And now this is where we run the Drill Run. Banging on them, guys. KO'd. The opponent just quits. Top lefts. GG's to the opponent. I get it. That's a rough way to start. Rough lead. We got a Victini. We got to be wary. This is a Psychic Fire typing. Thank goodness not a Fire fast attack, as it incinerates and fire spins, all that, we would be obliterated due to being double weak to the fire. V-Create, we're going to shield. So we're each down a shield. We're going to reach another Razor Shell, and that, of course, will be shielded by the opponent. Guys, at this point, we're going to go ahead and just let loose all the shields for both of us, and let's see what it comes down to, guys. Let's see what our backup lines, see what kind of damage they can do. So we're going to go and win switch right there. That is pivotal for us. And they've got a Shinetic, I want to say Fairy and Grass typing. Well, I've got a Swellow that will slash and dash through the Shinetic. So favorable matchup, a little RPS action. We're going to tank the Seed Bomb. The opponent more than likely going to pivot to what they've got. It is an Azu. And here we go, guys. We got Luxray, Deluxray in the battle, guys. I love Luxray. Play rough, almost KOs. Wild Charge, gotta let the bad boy just bang and KO to Azu. They're going to come back with the Shinetic. At this point, guys, I think it's a done deal. They're going to throw the Seed Bomb. Wasn't enough for a Moonblast. On a handful of HP, we reach the Brave Bird. Banging on them, and that is a good game. So, guys, ESCAV with Razor Shell, the shiny ESCAV. Super cool looking, but super effective. We utilized them in the lead, and very unique moveset. We got the Razor Shell, which is great against your fire typing, especially your flying your flying fire type like Charizard, Talonflame. It could be clutch, guys. So super cool. Please hit that subscribe button right here. We're getting that shiny Caesar, but we'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care, subscribe, and adios, everybody. Stay safe. Peace.